We know one of the milachot on Shabbat is called tahina. Tahina means to grind. Now, of course, the way to grind, most people that you ask them, it's done with a grinder. You take wheat kernels, you take other grain, you put it inside a grinder, you turn it with your hand, or today it's done by machine, and it comes out nice and small. That's grinding Dinat Torah. A person does that on Shabbat, of course he's over on one of the Isurim, one of the Lavin of Shabbat. However, it does come up many times with other things, and that is, the person is now going to cut up his vegetables very, very small. The person is cutting his vegetables very small. It's similar, not exactly. This is not grinding, because again, I'm not using a grinder. I'm doing it by cutting it with a knife. So it is different. And also, it's not coming out maybe as fine, even though it's very small, but it's not so small. So, there are different opinions in regards to this. Those that would want to be extra careful, they should not cut their vegetables very, very small. You know, when they dice them, and they make them into very fine, small vegetables. In your salad, one should refrain from doing so on Shabbat in order to avoid any issues according to the poskim that hold it's a problem. And therefore, one should not do that. Again, cutting vegetables normal size, where you're cutting a regular salad, that's fine, that's okay. That's definitely mutar. We're talking about over here where you're cutting it, you're dicing it, you're making it very, very small. That's, again, there are poskim that hold one should refrain from doing so, and therefore, if one needs to do it, he should try to do that before Shabbat. He should cut it off before Shabbat and have it done in order that he doesn't have to do that. Now, in regards to smashing food on Shabbat, especially for a little baby. Again, this also goes under the same guidelines of your grinding food, where you're taking a potato and you're smashing it to little tiny pieces where it becomes now almost as a liquid, almost very close to that. That there are different opinions in regards to whether a person could do it or not, as long as one is doing it again with a fork, with a knife. There are opinions that hold it's mutar. If one does not need to do it, of course one could refrain from doing so, as there are opinions that hold that there is a problem of grinding. However, this only applies to things that are grown from the ground. Things that don't grow from the ground, for example, meat, chicken, and eggs. Those are things that do not grow from the ground. Those, even the opinions that hold, again, that one should refrain from doing those other things. However, if a person wants to take chicken and cut it up into pieces and make it smaller pieces, that's mutar. That's not a problem. Or if a person wants to take meat and cut it up into smaller pieces so their children can eat it, that's also mutar. That's not an issue, and one does not need to refrain from doing that on Shabbat.